Jesus of Nazareth was a remarkable man. He healed the sick and preached love and forgiveness. His teachings challenged the powerful and offered hope to the poor, but his message also attracted opposition. Some feared his growing influence. Others rejected his claims about God. His trial was a pivotal moment in history. It wasn't just about Jesus, it was about power, truth, and justice. It revealed the darkness in human hearts and the consequences of choosing fear over love. The trial of Jesus continues to resonate today. It raises questions about the nature of truth and the abuse of power. It forces us to confront our own prejudices and ask ourselves, whose side are we on? To understand the trial of Jesus, we must understand the world in which it took place. Roman rule dominated Judea, the homeland of Jesus. The Jewish people yearned for freedom. Tensions ran high. The Jewish religious leaders, like the high priest Caiaphas, held some power. They maintained order and enforced Jewish law, but they also answered to Rome. This complex political and religious landscape created a tinderbox of resentment. Into this volatile mix stepped Jesus, a charismatic teacher with radical ideas. He challenged the status quo. He spoke truth to power. His message, while one of peace, was seen as a threat. Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, held the power of life and death. A practical man, he cared little for Jewish customs. He saw Jesus as a nuisance, a potential instigator of rebellion. Caiaphas, the high priest, feared Jesus was undermining his authority. He worried that Jesus' popularity might provoke Roman retaliation. He believed it was better to silence one man than risk the wrath of Rome. Other religious leaders, the Pharisees and Sadducees, had their own reasons for opposing Jesus. They found his teachings disruptive. They felt threatened by his popularity. The trial of Jesus was a sham. Arrested at night, Jesus was brought before the Jewish council. They accused him of blasphemy, claiming he claimed to be God. The trial was rushed, secretive, and deeply flawed. Witnesses were coerced. Evidence was ignored. Jesus was denied a fair hearing. Fearing they lacked the authority to execute Jesus, the Jewish leaders handed him over to Pilate. They accused Jesus of sedition, hoping to force Pilate's hand. Condemned by law, innocent by God. Pilate found no fault in Jesus. He recognized the charges were politically motivated, yet he feared the crowd. He feared unrest. Caught between his conscience and his political survival, Pilate chose expediency. He washed his hands of the matter, literally and figuratively. He handed Jesus over to be crucified. It was a cowardly act, a betrayal of justice. Despite the legal verdict, Jesus' followers proclaimed his innocence. They believed he was the Son of God, unjustly condemned. The price of power. The trial of Jesus had profound consequences for all involved. Jesus, though innocent, was crucified. His death, a brutal injustice, became a turning point in history. Pilate's craven decision haunted him. His name became synonymous with cowardice and the abuse of power. Caiaphas, too, paid a price. His actions led to further unrest and, ultimately, the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Echoes of injustice. The trial of Jesus continues to resonate throughout history. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, religious extremism, and mob mentality. We see echoes of this trial in the persecution of the innocent, the silencing of dissent, and the manipulation of justice for political gain. The story of Jesus' trial challenges us to examine our own biases and to stand up for what is right, even when it is costly. A trial for all time. The trial of Jesus was more than a historical event. It was a cosmic clash between good and evil, truth and falsehood, love and hate. It is a story that transcends time and place, speaking to the deepest longings of the human heart. The trial of Jesus invites us to examine our own lives. It asks us, Who do we say Jesus is? And whose side are we on?